Safer at home is meant to keep everyone safe from the coronavirus.
But for people in abusive relationships, home is often anything but safe.
There is a lot of stress and strain right now, and our Keely Arthur is live from Domestic Abuse Intervention Services on the city's Near East Side to share why shelter officials say, sadly, Keely, they expect abuse to rise.
That's absolutely right, Susan. So in Wisconsin, we're seeing a lot of establishments shut down today because of the governor's orders. Well, Days Domestic Abuse Intervention Services is ramping up their services. That's because they expect to see a surge in demand. They say that simply because when times get really tough, abuse goes up. To give you some context, back during the recession of 08, 09, in that 1 year span, Days saw a 108% increase in their calls for service, and that was during a financial crisis, throw in a pandemic, and you kind of have a recipe for disaster.
And then when you add on the fact that we're dealing with, people being told to stay at home and not being able to work, being able to send kids to school, and that can just kind of create a pressure cooker for families, right? And when you have domestic violence in the situation, it can definitely increase danger for folks as that strain of all being together all the time increases, and victims not being able to find privacy or take steps that they may normally have taken in order to find safety and exit the situation.
So Days offers a wide array of crisis intervention and prevention programs, including a 24-hour helpline and a shelter, all of which are staying open during this pandemic. But unfortunately for shelters in other parts of our state, that isn't the case. Those are places that are strapped with personnel limitations and financial limitations when things are going normal in the world. Of course, that's not the case. So the reality is that some of those shelters will shut down. There are still ways that people can get help, though. We're going to explain those in the next half hour.
That is a vitally important safety net that we are very lucky to have in our community. Thank you, Keely.